What is going on, everyone's? We are here and we are back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I'm yours truly, Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stalker.
And before we get into this episode, we just want to say thank you to everyone who continues to rock with us. We appreciate all the love and support that we get. If you get any value from this content, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, because it helps us grow. And like I say, we truly appreciate it. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. So the topic for today is going to be
Crybaby Marc Lamont Hill is at it again.
Yes. So Marc Lamont, we can go back a little bit. We all seen the ad, what is it, American Eagle? The American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney. And she said she got good genes. Apparently, Black people got a problem with this. So the head crybaby of the Black community has gone on Piers Morgan's show to voice his opinion on it. And we're going to listen to it. Just beware. Everything is racist to this dude. Everything that white people do is racist in his eyes. So just brace yourself. Show me a whole bunch of crying, a whole bunch of BANs, and yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, Marc Lamont Hill, let's look at an earlier American Eagle ad, which was in the middle of the whole Me Too campaign and stuff. Do you have any problem with the lady on the left there?
Do I have a problem with her? No, I don't have a problem with her.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem
You're
with the
not
woman
offended by that image?
I'm not.
Fascinating.
No.
You do have a problem with the woman on the right.
No, hold on. Two things. One, you specifically said, let's not interrupt each other. And I haven't been able to articulate one sentence yet, and I've been interrupted twice. So let's follow your own rules.
No,
I'm not offended by the woman on the left. Let me complete the sentence. I am not offended by the woman on the left, nor am I offended by the woman on the right. The aha that you're going for isn't there, because I'm saying I am not offended by either woman. What I am, please, I'm asking respectfully, allow me to finish a thought. Two people have spoken uninterrupted for 3 minutes. I haven't gotten 10 seconds out. What I'm saying is that the problem is not either woman. The problem is how we're narrating the commercial. That's what people are concerned about. Several things have been said that I'd like to respond to in direct response to what you're asking me, Piers. The first thing, and I'm glad the last woman who spoke mentioned that she's Jewish, because I think that's really important. Historically, there have been lots of anti-Semitic images, narratives, tropes that are used that non-Jews don't see. And many times someone will say, oh, wait a minute, they showed that person playing into the cabal narrative. They showed this person as a rodent, or they showed this person with changing their name to this or that.
So what, he the anti-Semitic police? What's wrong with this guy? This dude here crazy.
And the average person may not intend to be anti-Semitic, although some people are anti-Semitic. But it's still there, and Jews recognize it. So I don't want to presume that because a white person doesn't see it, that means that it can't be racist.
I didn't
or if
see
a Black
it.
person doesn't see it. You know what I'm saying? We have to think about this on all levels,
really.
from multiple.
What's baffling to me is this. Black people can decode doggone music videos, commercials, TV shows. They can give you the whole breakdown in ABC, what's the science, but your children can't read.
Preach.
Half of the Americans can't read. It's even worse in the Black community. So how are y'all decoding all of this stuff? How are y'all smart enough to decode, but not smart enough to read? You have to be able to read in order to decode. It's not making no sense. But this guy right here, man, when I think about he's the poster boy for weak black men.
I'm confused. What is his argument?
We're about to find out.
Because he's talking about anti-Semitism. Like, who is...
This is his way of... So what he does is...
How is it anti-Jewish?
What he does is this. He needs to put all the oppression in one interview to make it seem like he's that much more oppressed. So he's going to start here and end here, and with all the foolishness in between.
I don't okay, and let me tell you why I'm like, how is this anti-Semitism? The CEO of American Eagle is Jewish.
I don't think he's saying this is. I think he's just trying to line it up for his point.
But my point is, is my point valid? The CEO of American Eagle is Jewish. So you have people, and I don't know what he's going on, but but you have people calling the girl a Nazi. How?
If they felt that way, they wouldn't have put it out.
Because she said good genes. It's a play on words. It's Jeans. She has good genes. We black people, we don't walk around talking about black don't cry. And we know that y'all are weird.
Very.
Okay, what's his point?
Audiences, you used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women.
Who is we?
Who has normalized white women?
How do you normalize white women? Matter of fact, what's crazy is black women try to act like white women. The hair, the color eyes, all this stuff. Y'all talking in circles.
But there was a whole movement when people were looking at the black woman in the body and the butts, and then you had the Kardashians, you had everybody getting a BBL. Then you have black women still getting BBLs because they want bigger behinds. And so now it's a problem because you're talking about white women were the standard. What the? No. Y'all are putting that narrative out there
for quite some time now. She just letting you know that that natural thing is what's up.
Women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm, and we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real.
Hold on. He said white male bodies the norm. So did nobody want to look like 50 Cent? Did nobody want LL Cool J's body? I'm just saying, I can't name any white man right off the top of my head who was like Usher, we didn't, he dancing in the rain.
Normalize white bodies.
Being in shape. Is that what we're getting? Is that where we're going?
He wants you to be fat.
Is that where we're? Is that what he's underlying?
Fat is racist. Obese is racist too.
It's not a medical term, but obese is racist.
And so when we say good genes are the ones that...
What a load of crap.
Honestly,
I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show. What a load of crap. I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad. Everybody drooled over it and loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... let me ask you a straight question. Let me ask you a straight question.
Nonsense.
Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No, I don't think she has bad genes.
Does she have good genes? Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you
she doesn't have good or bad genes.
The whole point is to argue that good and bad genes itself is a bad idea. It's a racist idea.
Why can't you have good genes, Mark?
Why is it racist?
If
why can't you have good genes?
But answer the question.
It's too emotional.
They're asking him a question.
There's no logic. It's all emotion.
Because there's no such thing as good genes or bad genes. You got your genes, the genes that you was given. And then in this, they're talking about the genes. I know they said good genes,
None
but
of this matters.
to her, according to her, maybe her family line has good genes. According to me, my family got some good genes. You know, I'm just look. That deep.
All right, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to hope that you don't interrupt me as I answer. Okay? Because again, no one else has been interrupted except the people who disagree with you. What I'm saying is
Stop being so precious,
the word you listen,
Please.
listen. The word eugenics literally means good genes. It literally means that etymologically. The point here is to judge human beings based on their genes, and to decide that you have good genes and you have bad genes isn't in and of itself a racist project. That's the point. So no, it's not that I think that I have good genes and you can't say anyone else has good genes. I'm saying let's get rid of the good genes narrative, particularly when it's based on hair and eye.
People can say whatever they want to say. You want people to conform to what you think.
Okay, he said because of good hair. Okay. So I'm not going to say that that's that's a white person thing, that because I've seen plenty of black people who have been like, hold on. Because I've been, if you know my story and whatever, you know that I was the only little black girl in elementary. Then I went to middle school and I was still like, that's when I started seeing other black people, and they would come up to me and they would say, you have good hair. What the heck does that mean? If I'm not mistaken, I had family members say, you have good hair. So as I grow older and you look back, how is my hair good and yours not? Right? You have hair coming out, you take care of it, you do that.
You don't take care of it.
So even still, if I were to straighten my hair today and I were to go around a group of black women, oh, look at your hair. Look at your hair. I wish I had hair like that. It's not about good hair. I just take care of it. It's about maintenance. That's all it is. So that has been a narrative in the black community. And then you equate good hair to white people because theirs is straight and they have to whatever, and they have to tame it how they tame it.
That's why black people putting perms in their hair and getting ovary cancer.
Not ovary cancer.
They're getting all kind of cancers through doggone perms.
So that's not eugenics. It's not eugenics. I don't know what the wording is, but I've experienced that. And I'm telling you, in middle school, I was like, good hair. There's Spike Lee has a joint, which is School Days. When you have Tisha Campbell, you have the light skins against the blacks, and they're doing a whole dance, and the Spike Lee's sister has a kinky hair and all these things. Like, these things were portrayed to us for what? Propaganda.
Our own people.
For division. So to say, oh, good genes, black people say it to each other.
Look at his face.
I see.
Weird.
Like homie to class.
And body type. Why? Because those things are racially coded. In other words, if I say that straight hair is good genes or blonde hair is good genes, and no, I'm not after watching an ad Googling someone to figure out their natural roots. You'd be shocked to know how many people don't do that. If I'm doing these things and I see your eye color and your hair as a sign of your good genes, then that means someone who has a different hair or eye color doesn't have good genes. And the last thing I'll say is, if you look historically at ads, at culture,
it doesn't though, does it? Calm down. Calm down. It doesn't actually mean that.
No.
Hang on. No, I will speak on my own show. So just calm down.
I'm asking you not to be condescending.
Stop being so precious. My instruction about shouting was between the four of you, not me. It's my show. I do what I like.
Yes, I don't care if it's your show.
My point is this.
If you interrupt me in the first minute, it's bad form. I'm saying that if you let the guest who agreed with you talk for 3 minutes, then don't allow me to talk for more than 1 second. You literally didn't let me finish the first sentence.
You have literally done more talking than all 3 other guests put together, multiple by 2 or 3. So
that's not true, but my issue with you interrupting was not at this point, it was at the first.
Why is he the sassiest thing on the panel? You got 3 white women right here, and he is the loudest, most emotional crash out on the panel. This guy.
10 seconds. My point was just to interrupt me in the first 10
Why?
seconds. So
Can
how
you
much I've
calm
spoken now is
down?
irrelevant. No,
Can you
I'm
calm
fine.
down?
I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm talking over you.
He thinks getting closer to the camera and talking louder makes him more valid, I guess.
Right.
Can I jump in
I
here,
have
Piers?
blue eyes. Right. I also have good genes, particularly on my mother's side, because my skin is surprisingly good for a person of my age, because my mother's side all had good skin. You got a problem with that? Mark?
Is that for me?
You got a problem with that? Yes. If I say I've got good genes from my mother because I have good skin and I've got blue eyes, so what?
So what color eyes are what color eyes are bad genes? If someone has bad genes, what would their hair or skin look like?
I don't think any are bad. I didn't see anybody from American Eagle saying that anybody else is.
No one said anything.
No one from just to be clear. Hang on. Nobody from American Eagle was making any comparison. Nobody said somebody else's eye color or skin color was wrong or bad or anything.
I can say I'm good without saying you're bad.
And that's what she did. It was her good genes.
She didn't have a black person in the commercial and say, I'm good, they're bad.
Because she got good genes.
This guy's weird.
Anything negative. All they said in an amusing pun is that Sydney Sweeney has good genes and is wearing great jeans. That's it. There was no negative about anybody else.
And here's why I disagree with that. Because if I were to stand on here and say, oh, she's from a good background, she's Gentile, then we would all say, well, wait a minute. I didn't compare to anybody else. No, by saying that Gentile is the good background, I would be implicitly saying that the others are not. If I say I have a good body, I'm skinny, then I'm saying that other bodies are not good. It's an implicit comparison, but it's not out of context. Historically, in this country and in the West, we've always said that white bodies are more beautiful. So it's not like we're coming out of nowhere here. This is out of Zeus's head. We're starting from a place where we've already presumed white superiority.
Mark, we have spent the last 10 years.
All right, Jedediah.
The last 10 years, if you look at all of the marketing campaigns, we have done how many segments on television about the elevation of obesity? You see people who are massive. Now we're saying it's a good thing, right? It's great. Let's celebrate everyone who's unhealthy and obese. If this ad was an African-American, if this ad was a Hispanic girl, no one would be saying a peep. Frankly, I think if this ad was a white girl like me with brown hair, brown eyes, I got a little Spanish in me, I got a little Italian in me, I'm Sicilian, I got some African in me, I don't think anyone would be saying anything either. This is utterly ridiculous. The only people who are offended by this ad are people who choose to be offended by everything. Either you choose to see racism in everything, or you choose to see sexism or misogyny. I noticed that a whole lot of women online were mad about this ad because they were jealous. It was so obvious. Now they're saying that this woman is against the body positivity campaign because she's skinny. So let's just say the truth. Sydney Sweeney is a sex symbol. She is a young, hot woman. She is objectively attractive. That is all this ad was about. Now, why has the stock skyrocketed for this company? The reason this ad has done so well is, yes, because it creates controversy and we all talk about it and we debate, and American Eagle is very smart and they knew that, but also because there is a growing segment of the population just like me that is saying that is so tired of walking on eggshells to cater to people like Mark's sensitivities. Frankly, I don't care if you're offended. You can put an ad out and offend this person over here or that person over there. Everyone is always going to get offended.
Everything is offensive.
Who cares? Here's the bottom line. Stop getting so offended. If you see everything through the lens of race, that's your problem. That's not Sydney Sweeney's problem. That's not American Eagle's problem. If you see everything through the lens of misogyny, it's the same conversation over and over again.
Yeah, you know what?
Especially with him.
Hang on, don't all talk at once. Don't all talk at once. No, I'm going to come to Anastasia. Anastasia, here's the problem. The Democrats have just polled at record lows, right? They are incredibly unpopular. And I can tell you one of the reasons why. It's things like this. The reason Donald Trump got reelected is partly the economy, partly immigration, but also partly the culture wars, which the liberal left, the woke left, tried so dementedly to fuel and fire for so many years, behaving like a bunch of insane fascists, And it comes down to stuff like this, where most people watch this ad and see it for what it is, a harmless ad with a hot actress selling jeans. But in the prism of the woke left, which I assume you would identify as, but correct me if I'm wrong, you look at it and see it as an obvious example of Nazism, eugenics, white supremacy, and you hate it and despise it, and anyone who likes it must be cancelled. And that's the problem with the woke left. That's why nobody wants to vote for anyone who identifies with the woke left. That's why Trump won. And no one on the left, in the woke left, seems to understand that it's exactly this kind of thing that is the reason that nobody wants to vote for you. Over to you.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from, and I think that kind of strong narratives between, you know, woke left, kind of hijacking everything, is part of a narrative of labeling people and not allowing nuance and context of what is actually happening here. So I'm not really interested in being inflammatory around the subject. Neither do I think that this particular campaign is a propaganda campaign for eugenics. But I am interested in thinking about the power of media and representation in our culture and what it means for somebody who engages with this ad who doesn't look like me. And as a marketer, I know that actually it is American Eagle's problem that is a reaction of their customer base, which is younger people and particularly younger girls. And as a marketer, I know it's a responsibility of the brand to understand their audience, to understand their worldview, the way that they form their associations, and connect with them, speak to them in a way that resonates. So it's absolutely...
Well, let me respond to that. Today's show is brought to you by Oxford.
All right, we're
Natural.
done. Bottom line, Mr. Marc Lamont Hill, why you always crying about everything?
Why is everything a race issue? The girl said she got good genes and she has great genes, right?
Simple.
It's simple. It wasn't, they called her a Nazi. They
You don't
called
need to
her
decode
all
it.
these other things.
There's nothing to decode.
I just came to the conclusion, like, yo, American Eagle is a Jewish, his CEO is a Jewish, and I don't think he would try and have somebody who was. Yeah, so I was just thinking, like, there's no way that, you know, not if you use context clues in 1, 2, 3 and ABC, you could see that. No, like, no, this is a campaign. And I think that a lot of campaigns have been catering to bigger women, obese women.
Fat.
And like now, hey, there are skinnier,
That ain't what's up.
there are different body types. And so why can't, you know, people cater to the body type?
And big women always like to say, just because I'm big doesn't mean I'm unhealthy. Yeah, it does.
And just
you
because
can't be healthy with all that doggone extra weight.
But I'll say, just because you're skinny,
that don't mean
you're healthy either.
It's true on that side, but a person who's overweight, there's no way possible you're healthy. No way possible.
Y'all make this a racial thing. I didn't see it as a racial thing. When I saw it, I was like, who? First off, who is she? I had no idea who she was. Second off, I remember not shopping at American Eagle because their jeans didn't fit me the way I like. Does that make sense? I couldn't shop at Abercrombie because their bottoms fit different. It was for a different body type. And so when you know that, because I know, okay, well, my body type is this. Well, I'm a petite lady. I'm very short. I can't wear this and this. And I have to go to this, then you know that it's not racial. It's your body type. What does your body fit into? That's what it comes down to. And she looks good in her jeans.
Absolutely. She got good jeans. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So like always, it is love, peace, and soul.
Bye.
Like Soul Train, baby. Cheers.